What up guys, this is Rusty here, and today we're mixing By Myself by Linkin Park, and today we're turning this into this. Okay people, so here we are with the raw multi-tracks for this song. It's an amazing song, it's one of my absolute favorites from the album, and Andy Wallace did an amazing job mixing this. And of course, my mix is not going to sound exactly like his mix. I hope you understand that, and I hope you respect that. It shouldn't be a problem though. Alright, so we have the raw tracks here. I've colored them accordingly to my taste, which is yellow for the drums, like a brownish shit color for the bass, because you can't spell bass without ass. I have my guitars in blue. I have Mike's vocals in pinkish, purplish pink. Chester's in red. The scratch tracks in white, and Synth in green. Alright, so I've created some buses as well. I hope you can see this. It's pretty tiny, but we can do it like this instead. So we have a bunch of tracks, not too many, but some. And over to the right we have the buses. So we're actually gonna start with some basic volume for tracks. Alright, here we go. Take the chorus instead. Something like that. Alright, so let's begin from the beginning with, or we can actually do the chorus part, and let's begin with drums, which is my favorite to mix. It's also the hardest to mix. I mean, this is gonna be a quick mix like the last one I did. So I'm not gonna bother with, you know, going and edit out all the bleed stuff, and I'm not gonna gate too much, and I'm just gonna get, this is a quick mix, so this is the first mix. This is how I start mixing. I do like a fast mix with fast EQ, fast compression, not too many big things. So we're gonna do this real quick, and I hope you can follow along. And if you want me to dig deeper on stuff, please write a comment, so the next mix, or if I can do a follow-up mix to this, and we can continue this series. But let's dive in. So I hope you guys can hear well, and I know this is not a live stream, so I'm trying to focus on the volume as much as I can. So here we go. We're going to start with kick drum. Actually, I have to turn up the volume myself. Let's do it with this. So we got a bit of bleed. Can actually take care of the most of that. So I'm just going to use an SSL channel strip. It's my main my go-to. That's what I meant. Let's start with a high pass around 30 hertz perhaps. I think that should be 30 hertz. Alright, let's crank some highs to it too. I'm not a super fan of the way it clicks, so there it is. I'm gonna strip some of that out. Not too much, just a tiny bit. And let's find like a boomy frequency. Kinda like that. Mud zone. Alright, let's see if we can do a gate here. think that's good enough. Can do some compression here as well. Kind of like that. I don't want to do too much because I'm gonna do on the kick bus over here. I'm just gonna get a basic tone. So let's throw the sub kick in. That's just a sample, as we can tell. So we can actually cut that out with some EQ as well, just to control it. Slow with 100 Hertz. Let's cut out the way rumble thing below 35. There we go. So to control that, I'm gonna put a compressor on the bus here. Let's see, try this one. Kind of like that. I actually like that. Let's start with that. Alright, let's oh, sorry, that was loud. Let's start with continue with overheads. Alright, this screen for an SSL. Let's see, filter out the lows. Low. So we can get some low end out of it too. Yeah. Filter out some muddiness. It's not too bad actually. We have some harshness here. Cut those frequency out to make some room for the vocals. Some fast compression, I like that on overheads actually. Kind of like that. I'm gonna start with this. Let's look at the rooms. Oh, lovely rooms. Sounds incredible. Same thing here. I'm treating this like the overheads actually. Let's get a 76 in here as well. Smack it a bit. Not too much though. I like that, I like that. Kick as well. So here's some muddiness. Is it from the kick? Let's take a look with Pro Q here. Hate this frequency in the kick. And I need some minor low shelf. Kind of like that. There we go, that's good for now. Alright, do we have the mud in? Let's just take a look at it real quick. I want some more kind of low shelf here. Low cuts. I like to find problems in solo mode. Yeah, so I'm listening to problems in solo mode, and I'm gonna do the overall like tone shaping thing when all tracks is playing, but just for now I'm focusing on like problems and stuff like that. So let's listen to the snare, because this needs some gating. I know I said I don't really want to gate right now, but I can do like a quick gate thing. Kind of like that. Let's bring back some attack and stuff with compressor. Like that. Actually, I'm just gonna do like quick EQ, like tiny bit here with because I want to do the overall EQ with the snare crack as well, so just gonna add a little bit of 3K here. Right, it's subtle. Let's listen to the snare crack. Super clean. I hear ringing though, and I don't really want that. I'm just gonna strip that out just so slightly. It's like, woo. Is it there? This is what I'm hearing. Can you tell the difference? There's one more. That's better. Alright, so let's treat this snare track together. Beautiful snare. So what I wanted to do is add the EQ, the Neve, where's the Neve? Clone, that's the word I'm looking for. Crank this baby. Alright, we need some more smack out of it, so the best way for me to get some smack is to use API compressor. It's my favorite on snares. Let's see here. Let's see, there's actually a good preset for this. Start off. It's way too aggressive though, as you can hear. That's better. I like that. Let's keep that. Alright, let's listen to the drums in all together now. I like it so far. Let's compress the drum bus with a sweet plugin called, I think it's called Molotov? Molots, something. Love this shit. So we're gonna use drum bus. Yeah. Hi-hat is a bit too hot. Can sample is a bit too hot. Well, I think we got good bass here for the drums. Let's take a look at the actually bass We have the DI. Start with where is it there? Tape 1. I like this one, shaving off some of the highs. Oh, sorry, the transients. I'm actually gonna use also 3A just to take off this high. Like 2 dB of the... Sorry, I'm so focused. 2 dB of the transients, like the hardest transients. I'm gonna do the same for the amp as well. I know the amp is already compressed to shit, but why not? Actually, no. But this, yes. Alright, let's treat them together. Start with some EQ. Start with low cuts to give room for this kick and for the snare here. I don't want to have the bass to have too much presence. Let's compress it a bit. Let's put an L1 to it to really tame it. I'm gonna lower the amp sound just to clean it up just a tiny bit. Kinda like that. Alright, let's move to guitars. We actually have 2 different guitar sounds, so this is the first one. And the second one. And together they sound like this. Really powerful guitar tracks. It's quad recorded, quad tracked. What I like about them is that they don't really care about it being perfect, you know? If you listen to it, it doesn't sound tight. I mean, tight enough, but it's not perfect, you know? But I love it. Let's shape this guitar tone real quick. I'm gonna use SSL. SSL is the best EQ for guitars in my opinion. I'm going high on this. I'm actually going to use the Andy Sneap trick here, just to control the low mids. I like that. Alright, so now we have drums, we have bass and guitar. So let's mix them all together to give it a nice balance. Chester, be quiet. For now. Mike. No, Mike. You should be pink. Fuck's sake, Mike. Be quiet. And FX too. Perfect. All right. Let's listen to some Chester, shall we? We all love Chester and we miss him dearly. He was my favorite fucking singer. I can't hold on. It's all too much. Okay, so we basically have one track of Chester and a dub track of Chester. So we're gonna put the dub track like 5 dB below him, since it's not super tight. To take in, I can't hold on, with thoughts of failure sinking in. I can't. Alright, so the bass tone is really good. So I'm just gonna touch on EQ, bit of compression, and I think that's gold. Hold on, it's all too much to take in. I can't hold on, with thoughts of failure sinking in. I can't hold on, it's all too much to take in. I can't hold on, with thoughts of failure sinking in. I can't hold on, it's all too much to take in. I can't hold on, with thoughts of failure sinking in. Where did... Oh. I put it on the bus. The master bus. That's not correct. I can't hold there we go. On. It's all too much to take in. I can't hold on. I don't want to do too much compression because I'm gonna stack it. I can't hold on. So I'm gonna put the 2A on top. That's how I roll. There it is. With thoughts of failure sinking in. I can't hold on. It's all too much to take in. I can't hold on, with thoughts of failure. Alright, we're gonna do some reverb on his bus. Let's try True Verb. And as I said before, this is not like a final shit, it's just some easy PC minimo. Sinking in. I can't hold on. Didn't like that. It's all too you have some cool to take in. I can't hold on. That was pretty cool. With thoughts of failure just to give it some more air, not trap him, you know. H delay every day. It's too much to take in.
I can't hold on.
Easy.
With thoughts of failure sinking in. I can't hold
This L1, bring it up in the mix.
It's all too much to take in. I can't hold on. With thoughts of failure sinking in.
Alright, Mike, where are my friend? Let's actually take the verse of you, Mike. Where are you? There you are.
Because I can't hold on when I'm stretched so thin. I make the right moves, but I'm
You have
lost
a bunch of
within.
tracks,
I put
dude.
on my daily facade, but then I just end up getting hurt
Let's
again
lower
by
the dubs.
myself. I ask why. Can't hold on when I'm stretched so thin. I make the right moves, but I'm lost within. I put on my daily
Kinda
facade,
like that.
but then I just end up getting hurt again by myself.
So the
I ask
same,
why. Can't hold on when I'm stretched so thin. I make
same
the right
shame
moves,
for
but
you
I'm
as
lost
well.
within. I put on my daily facade, but then I just end up getting hurt again by myself. I ask why. Can't hold on when I'm stretched so thin. I make the right moves, but I'm lost within. I put on my daily facade, but then I just end up getting hurt again by myself.
Let's DS
I
you as
ask
well.
why. Can't hold on when I'm stretched so thin. I make the right moves, but I'm lost within. I put on my daily facade, but then I just end up getting hurt again by
Forgot
myself.
about that on Chester as well, so we're
I
gonna
ask
put it
why. Can't
right
hold
after
on when I'm
EQ.
stretched so thin. I make the right moves, but I'm lost within. I put on my daily facade, but then
Alright,
I
76.
just end up getting hurt again by
76, there we
myself.
go.
I ask why. Can't hold on when I'm stretched so thin. I make the right moves, but I'm lost within.
The
I
blue
put
one.
on my daily facade, but then I just end up getting hurt again by myself. I ask why. Can't hold on when I'm stretched so thin. I make the right moves, but I'm lost within. I put on my
Cool,
daily
and the
facade,
2-8.
but then I just end up getting hurt again by myself. I ask why. Can't hold on when I'm stretched so thin. I make the right moves, but I'm lost within. I put on my daily
Alright,
facade, but then
true verb.
I just end up getting hurt again by myself.
Less on you, because you're a
I
rapper.
ask why. Can't hold on when I'm stretched so thin. I
Delay,
make the right
perhaps?
moves, but I'm lost within. I put on my daily facade, but then
Less
I just end
for
up
you.
getting hurt again by myself.
Unlimited.
I ask why. Can't hold on when I'm stretched so thin. I make the right moves, but I'm lost within. I put on my daily facade, but then I just end up getting hurt again by myself. I ask why.
But in my mind I
I
find
can't rely on myself. I ask why.
But in my mind I
I
find
can't rely on myself.
I can't hold on.
Do what I want when I'm stretched so thin.
It's all too much to take in. I can't hold on.
To anything, watching everything spin.
With thoughts of failure sinking in.
If I turn my back, I'm defenseless. And
Alright, cool. So we're starting to get somewhere. Let's throw in the scratches. Listen to this shit. This is fucking unbelievable. Well, not unbelievable, but it's sweet. How cool is that? Let's put it into the mix.
what do I?
I like that. Alright, so verse drums. What do we have? I actually don't gonna touch it that much because I actually like the way it sounds.
Follow my instincts blindly. Do I hide my pride from these bad dreams and give in to sad
Maybe
thoughts
compress
that are
it.
maddening? Do I
SSL,
sit here and
bus
try to
compressor.
stand it? Or do I try to catch them red-handed? Do I trust some and get fooled by phoniness? Or do I trust nobody and live in loneliness? Because I can't hold on when I'm stretched so thin. I make the right moves, but I'm lost within.
I like this.
I put on my daily facade, but then I just end up getting hurt again.
Alright, we have the synth as well.
Do to ignore them behind me? Do I follow my instincts blindly? Do I hide my pride from these bad dreams and give in to sad thoughts that are maddening? Do I sit here and try to stand it? Or do I try to catch them red-handed? Do I trust some and get fooled by phoniness? Or do I trust nobody and live in loneliness? Cause I can't hold on when I'm stretched so thin. I make the right moves but I'm lost within. I put on my daily facade but then I just end up getting hurt again by myself. I ask why, but in my mind I find I can't rely on myself. I ask why, but in my mind I find I can't rely on myself. I can't hold on to what I want when I'm stretched so thin. It's all too much to take in. I can't hold on to anything, watching everything spin. With thoughts of failure sinking in. If I turn my back, I'm defenseless, and to go blindly.
Alright, at this point, we actually have a mix that sounds alright. It's not the best one, but it sounds alright for a rough, quick mix. And we did this in around 30 minutes. I talked some shit in between and stuff like that. So at this point, I put on my fake mastering chain. And what that is, it's just like a bunch of compression and like small EQ tweaks and whatnot. And I am going to use the brand new Ozone 8 mastering suit to like give me a fake master and see how it sounds like, you know, when it's done, pretty much. So let's find the chorus here. I think it's right here. Pre-chorus.
I can't rely on myself. I can't hold on to what I want when I'm stretched so thin. It's all too much to take in. I can't hold on to anything, watching everything spin. With thoughts of failure sinking in. I can't.
Alright, so I'm gonna lower this so I have some headroom. Now I'm gonna take off this limiter I have for you guys. So I'm just gonna use some of my... This is not set in stone. This is just to give me a basic idea of how it can sound like when it's done. I have a... have this... multiband compression from Waves, and I have a preset for it. You can copy this settings if you want to. So what I'm doing with this is compressing the bass just a tiny bit and stuff like that. So I'm gonna use the threshold, and I want this line to just jump up and down just a tiny bit. We don't want this. This is not good. Back it up just a tiny bit. Kind of like that. Let's put on the other one as well, the C4. I like multiband, and they have an amazing preset called multi-opto mastering. Mastering. I got this tip from Graham from recordingrevolution.com, and he used this, and he bypasses the first and the third band, and just using this middle two bands, the mid-range, to compress just a tiny bit. And we're going to do the same principle here. Use the threshold to adjust. Just want to kiss it. Alright, and now it's time to put the Ozone, the brand new. And the brand new Ozone has a great... oh no! No. I need it back. C4. Come back to me. Let's do it again. The multi-opto bypass first and third. There we go. So the new Ozone has a really cool feature called the Master Assist. I don't want to get into much detail, but I'm going to press it and it's going to analyze the song and give me like a basic starting ground for mastering. And it's perfect for just this fake master. So here we go. I'm going to press Master Assist and it's going to analyze the song and give me like a starting feel. Like, hey, these settings, start with this and tweak it as you want to, but yeah, sure. Right, so here we go. And just FYI, it's gonna be louder now, so bear in mind. Alright, so it got louder and just a bit tighter and stuff like that. So we can see what it did to my mix. So it used an equalizer, so it gave me a tiny bit of gain, around 200 hertz shelf. And it actually took out some of the highs, not too much, just 0.3 dB, and a boost at 0.6. We also have some dynamic EQ, just to give the maximizer some more headroom, if you know what I mean. You can see this is kind of like a multiband compression. So if we have way too much of, what is it set to, 222 hertz, it's gonna duck just a tiny bit. You can actually see this happen over here. It's not much, but it's taken out like maybe 1 or 2 dB max. We can see the maximizer working here as well. Actually, we can push this way harder if we want to.
It's all too much to take in. I can't hold on to anything, watching everything spin with lots of failure sinking in.
Squash it, you know. So let's take a listen from the beginning. And at this point, I mean, the quick mix is done. This is where usually I shut it off, I save it, I take it to my car and just listen to it real quick. I know there's tons of work to do. There's some fine tweaking things. Definitely some automation, because I hear Chester's vocal is all over the place. The verse is just a bit too hot. Same with mics. And in the chorus, it needs to get louder. And I usually do that with automation. That's the way to do it in my case. In my preference. But I mean, we have the rough mix done, and same as before, we did it under 40 minutes, and I mean, I think it's okay, and this shows you that you can do a really rough mix, a really quite good rough mix, and just get on with it. It doesn't have to take too much time, and don't overdo it. I mean, look at I used one channel strip plugin on basically each track. There's not a ton of shit going on here, folks. But let's take a listen to it and see what we got.
What do I do to ignore them behind me? Do I follow my instincts blindly? Do I hide my pride from these bad dreams and give in to sad thoughts that are maddening? Do I sit here and try to stand it? Or do I try to catch them red-handed? Do I trust some and get fooled by phoniness? Or do I trust nobody and live in loneliness? Cause I can't hold on when I'm stretched so thin. I make the right moves but I'm lost within. I put on my daily facade, but then I just end up getting hurt again by myself. I ask why,
But in my mind I
I
find
can't rely on myself. I ask why,
But in my mind I
I
find
can't rely on myself.
I can't hold on
Do what I want when I'm stretched so thin.
It's all too much to take in. I can't hold on
To anything, watching everything spin.
with lots of failure sinking in.
If I turn my back, I'm defenseless, and to go blindly seems senseless. If I hide my pride and let it all go on, then they'll take from me till everything is gone. If I let them go, I'll be outdone. But if I try to catch them, I'll be outrun. If I'm killed by the questions like a cancer, then I'll be buried in the silence of the answer by myself. I ask why,
But in in my mind I find I can't rely on myself. I ask why, but in my mind I find I can't rely.
Alright, sorry for stopping you there, but I could actually hear that Mike's vocal is getting a bit off there for some reason. I don't know if you can hear that too, but it was kind of off beat there for a second.
If I turn my back, I'm defenseless, and to go blindly seems senseless. If I hide my pride and let it all go on, then they'll take from me till everything is gone. If I let them go, I'll be outdone, but if I try to catch them, I'll be outrun. If I'm killed by the questions like a cancer, then I'll be buried in the silence of the answer by myself. I ask why I can't rely on myself. I ask why I can't rely on myself. Hold on to what I want when I'm stretched so thin.
Maybe not. Maybe I was just imagining things. But as you can see, there's a bunch of automation that needs to be done, especially on Chester's vocals. You can actually hear it where he's singing the pre-chorus. I think it's here.
Myself! But in my mind I find
You hear that? But in my mind, fine, it's way louder than the scream is. So listen to that in the full mix here.
but in my mind I find
That I will go in and do some automation to duck that.
Heard again by myself.
but in my mind I find
I can't rely on myself.
but in my mind I find
Around like -2, -3 dB. There's actually pretty easy to do. So if we what I usually do to make it really fast is I grab the mix tool inside of Studio One. You can use any gain knob you want. And let's put on in an automation here, call it Chester Duck. Automation, 1 track, keep it red. What I want to do is that I want to take the part where he sings too loud, and I want to duck that a few dB.
Again by myself. But in my mind I can't rely on myself. I ask why. But in my mind I can't
Kind of like that. This is a good volume for me.
but in my mind I
And without it is
but in my mind I
sticks out just a tiny bit too much for me. So what we want to do is, we can actually keep this up so you can see what happens. I want to automate that plugin to bypass. I know you can do just like a simple volume thing, but I don't know why I'm doing this like the way I'm doing it, but it works for me. So especially when I'm doing kind of like this, just ducking some minor things. So here we go. We're gonna bring in. So whenever this curve is down, it's gonna apply the effect, which means it's gonna duck like this. If we take out that automation, it's going to be like this. It's more present if we push it just a tiny bit more, like this. You can hear that it sticks out way too much, so if we put it back in, that is usually what I'm doing with automation. If I want to do like a quick automation like that, we can actually copy this because we have it on this part as well. We can do the whole same thing here. Just paste the automation in and make it sit where it's supposed to sit, like that.
always what you tell me to. Don't you? Can't tell you how to make it. What I do, how hard I
Same thing here. Mike's vocals is just tiny bit too quiet for this part, and you can do the same thing here, like raise it up like 2 or 3 dB, automate it in. So, but I mean, this is a rough mix. It's done. I don't have to do any more. And I mean, like I said, this is the part where I print it out, take it to my car, listen to it, and writing now down notes like automate this here, automate this there. Mike's vocal is too quiet in the breakdown part. Chester's vocal is too loud on this part. The guitars have this annoying frequency. You have to go check it out and stuff like that. So I usually mix for around 40 minutes, take a break for like at least 1 hour, reflect on the song, keep going the next day or whatever. So hope this video was entertaining for you guys. I want to do more like this. I have another Linkin Park song from the Hybrid Theory that I want to mix, so let me know in the comments below if you want to see that. And feel free to ask me some questions, and if you have some pointers, that would be perfect. If you like this kind of video, please like and subscribe and share with your friends. And I'll see you next time. Alright, baby bass. Baby bass, yeah, that works for me. Alright, peace!